All right, look, you got the videographer here all the time. No wonder your channel goes ahead always, right? Because he's always talking about bikes. He's got this blue GT. What color is it? It's not the baby blue. It's kind of a powder blue, right?
Maui blue.
Maui blue.
Yep.
Right? It's got the gyro up on top, and it looks like it's slightly not tuned right. Just because I know Brian Skura, and I know that it's supposed to be these top tabs. These tabs are supposed to touch these tabs on full extension.
Okay.
Make them hit. So these loosen up, and these will go down.
Okay. So when it's fully released, these should be touching.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, if that goes down all the way, then you have more pull.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So from Brian Skura himself.
All right. Good tip.
The only other thing, and it's hard because they stuck these 990s down at the bottom.
Instead of up here.
And because the way the rake has to go and you're pulling upwards on the things. The other thing that's really hard is that you have a pivot point that's on this side that's pulling on this pivot point here that's pulling straight in.
Right.
If this cable came from this side and was pulling this way, you would have more force. And so you get more pull.
They needed you back on the team to help give feedback. Yeah.
They don't, we won't talk about it.
Okay.
Anyhow, I'm glad that they made another bike and it looks beautiful and the colors are great.
Yeah, this one came with like black tires and black wheels and black everything. I was like, that's not the way I remember. I wanted one like I didn't have this. I had a Puffy Sigma, right?
Right.
So I eventually got a Dyno Detour, which was a step up. But my friend had the 85. I always coveted that. So when I was like, and then I realized, hey, you can get a big one and it's comfortable and adult.
Right, you can ride this long distance. Sitting down.
Yeah, I got the seat post high, it's comfy, yeah.
Most guys that ride BMX, they all stand up and ride because we all know those seats aren't made for sitting.
Right.
So, looking good. Where am I signing? Where?
Maybe right up here, would that work?
Sprocket side out.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a test.
Make sure it's flowing.
Sweet. Professional. Right here?
Yeah. Please.
Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get the close up. So I have a quick question for you if you don't mind.
9 inches.
No.
That's how long this pen is.
Okay, so we're back home with my GT here, and I just wanted to follow up with Eddie's comments about how the tabs should be touching on the gyro. So it turns out that I don't have enough cable left inside of the housing here to drop this down any lower. I've released the slack out of the barrel adjusters on the lever, the splitter, and the upper plate here on the gyro itself, and there's just not enough slack to let it go all the way down and touch. The brake still works great, and there's plenty of room to pull, but I'm just not gonna be able to get those tabs to touch. Moving over to my 20-inch S&M Dagger, I was indeed able to get the tabs to touch just like Eddie had suggested. The gyro on the 26-inch GT is mostly for nostalgia anyway, but on this 20-inch here, I'm actually learning to do some tricks that require the bars to spin, so I'm really stoked to have this one tuned just right, and thanks again, Eddie.